Most people lose their leg size during a diet because they completely change the way they train. At 12 weeks out, my goal isn't just getting lean, it's keeping every bit of muscle I built over the last year.
So, morning everyone. Welcome back to another episode of my contest prep. Today marks 12 weeks until the PCA Irish Classic in Londonderry, where I'll be competing in the Masters over 50 bodybuilding class. Prep is going well so far. My body weight is gradually coming down. Strength is still holding up on most lifts. And over the last few weeks, I've been seeing more detail coming through, especially in my back, hamstrings, and lower body. The goal from the beginning of this off-season was to bring up my weaker body parts. And now it's about revealing the muscle that's been built. Today's session is my highest carbohydrate day of the week because I'm training my priority muscle groups: hamstrings, glutes, and the lower back. These areas can often be overlooked, but they are absolutely critical if you want a complete physique from the rear. In bodybuilding, shows are often won and lost from the back. So that's where I'm putting a lot of my focus this year. Throughout this video, I'll take you through each exercise, explain why I've chosen it, what I'm focusing on technically, and hopefully give you something you can apply to your own training. So let's get started.
Today's session starts with a wide, high foot position on the leg press. This shifts more emphasis onto the glutes, hamstrings, and adductors, while still allowing me to train the quads through a deep range of motion. During contest prep, many people reduce the weight because they are dieting. I actually try to maintain as much strength as possible. During a calorie deficit, my body is constantly looking for ways to become more efficient. So heavy resistance training reminds it that this muscle is still needed. That's why I try to keep performance as high as possible throughout prep. Every last set in the exercise is taken close to failure with controlled tempo. I don't chase numbers, I chase quality repetitions. Hamstrings are one of my weaker body parts, so they deserve extra attention. Hamstrings were one of the areas I deliberately focused on during the off-season. They are improving, but they are still a priority, which is why I train them first while energy levels are highest. I don't simply move the weight from point A to point B. I focus on squeezing the hamstrings as hard as possible before lowering under control. Small details like this become even more important as you get older. Recovery capacity changes after 40, so every repetition has to count. Romanian Deadlift. Romanian deadlifts are one of the best exercises for building the entire posterior chain. Rather than thinking about lowering the bar as far as possible, I focus on pushing my hips backwards while keeping tension in the hamstrings throughout the movement. I don't think about lifting the weight. I think about stretching the hamstrings under control, then driving my hips forward. The bar simply follows that movement. Keeping tension in the muscle is more important than touching the floor. So once the pelvis starts to rotate and the lower back takes over, the hamstrings are no longer doing the job I want them to. Many lifters lose tension at the bottom because they chase range of motion instead of muscle tension. Remember, muscles don't know how much weight is on the bar. They only know tension. If your goal is muscle growth rather than powerlifting, controlled execution will always outperform sloppy, heavy reps.
At 12 weeks out, the recovery is still good. Calories are lower than during my off season, but training performance remains high. That's exactly what I want to see. I'm starting to notice more detail coming through in my back, hamstrings, and waist, while strength is still holding up well. That's exactly what I want to see at this stage of prep. The priority now isn't setting personal records, the priority is sending my body the message that this muscle is still needed.
Leg extensions finish off the quads. I hold the contraction briefly at the top before lowering under control. That extra second dramatically increases the quality of each repetition. As we get older, joint health becomes increasingly important. Machines allow me to train the muscle very hard while keeping unnecessary stress away from my knees, hips, and lower back. Isolation work like this becomes extremely valuable during contest prep because it allows me to fully fatigue the muscle without placing unnecessary stress on my lower back or joints.
Okay, so training is behind us. We had hams and glutes. Don't afraid to change the split because I was doing today high carb day. I had yesterday low carb day. I wasn't training, so I had only 200 carbs, and today I have 900. I was supposed to train chest, shoulders, and triceps, but I have these weak points, glutes, hams, and lower back. So I changed the split today. I was doing that because I wanted to utilize today high carb day to train my weak points. That's another week of contest prep complete. Every session gets me one step closer to the stage, and every week I'm learning more about what it takes to bring my best physique yet. If you are over 40 and want to build muscle, lose body fat, and train with a purpose, subscribe and follow the journey. I'll be documenting every step of this prep all the way to the PCA Irish Classic. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.